Okay, so we are going to do the same. The final version of the learning guide, you are going to send it to me. And that is the one that I am going to check, okay? So for next week, please, on Moodle, you are going to find a reading that you need to do before our next session, okay? So please don't forget there is a reading on Moodle that you need to do before our next class, okay? Because we are going to work with online materials. So let's start. The first group to present is Monica.
Yes,
Monica. Okay, ladies, you can start sharing your screen. Go ahead. Okay. So we need to, you know what happened. So it is Monica and Juanita.
And Gina, teacher.
And Gina. No more? You two?
No more.
I missed someone. Ay, sorry. Juanita, you are going to be the last. Okay, ladies, go ahead. So remember that I told you to tell me the objective, the population, the needs, etc. All the things that you saw. Okay, go, ladies. You can start. 3 minutes. Go ahead. We don't listen to you. Can you listen to her, to them?
No, teacher.
Ladies, your microphone is off. Can
No, teacher. Hi.
start?
Could you listen?
Yes, now they can. Go.
Okay.
Okay, Monica, go.
Okay, so here we have the learning objective. That it's at the end of English class, preschool students will be able to identify which school supplies they usually have and are using in class by doing the following learning guide. Our target population is preschool students from 5 to 6 years old that study at Liceo Pedagógico Mis Primeros Años, and the population needs are there is not current follow-up of spoken instructions, and they tend to say the translation of the object name in Spanish instead of saying it in English. Yeah, so
Okay.
taking into account those needs, we create our learning guide. So, Paola?
Well, in this activity, we see that the students learn the pronunciation and recognition of the supply school, and the image below look the name for school supplies.
The second activity is called Recognizing My School Supplies. So they're gonna listen to a song that it's called School Supply Song. And then based on that song, they're gonna color the school supplies they can hear or they can identify on the song. Yes. And then they're gonna listen again the song and sing along while following the instructions, because the song is has some instructions. Here we have like the lyrics. And yes, the third activity is
Well, in this activity, they must complete the name, having clues in letters and drawings since it's for children. Have an image and clue.
okay. The fourth activity is Simon Says School Supplies Edition. So the teacher is gonna tell them an instruction and they need to follow them. So for example, here we have an illustration. So Simon says, pick up your book, and they have to do it. in order, the teacher says, not only book, but also other school supplies that they have at the moment, yeah? And the last activity.
Well, in this activity, it's a board game that allows to interact with different classmates, and we learn more easily to each school supplies. This played with 2 dice and 2 chips. Also has chip to cook, and if the students pronounce this name correctly, we will win different school supplies. Please.
Here we have the board game and the cards they have to cut. And yeah, that's it. Here we have the references. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, ladies, thank you very much. Good job. Very good. A big hand for you. So, comments from the audience. Okay, comments. Ronald Darling, what is your comment about your partner's material?
Okay. Good morning, after all.
Good morning.
Okay. I think this material is very didactic and very clearly for the students, so maybe from the population that are working out. The instructions are very specific, so they can work very well with those instructions and with this material. And I think it's very complete, so I really like it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. So please, Gisette, your comment.
Okay, I think that maybe the activities are according with the purpose that they have.
I don't listen to you because of the music.
Excuse me, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Continue, Gisette. Okay, continue, darling. What is your comment?
Okay, teacher, excuse me.
Okay, don't worry.
I said that I think that the activities are according with the objectives that they have with the learning guide. And also I think is creative. Creative is because have different kind of activities.
Good. All right. Well, when I am giving my comments, so please, ladies. Well, I really like the layout of the material. As you mentioned, this is really attractive, considering that we are working with children. So I really like it. The activities are pretty nice for children. The phone, it's good. That is something that we can see clearly. Well, you included the bank of images. That is fantastic. The colors of the material, they are well done. So I don't have any problem with that. The activities are really catching and attractive and appealing for children. That's nice as well. I have just some suggestions, okay? First of all, what is your methodology? You didn't mention what is it. For example, I don't know, I suppose that you are working with total physical response. I suppose, but you didn't mention it. You remember I told you to please mention what is the methodology that you are following, if that is a total physical response, content based, etc., etc. So we need to know what is it, okay? Be careful what is the plural of the word dice. 1 dice, 2 dice. So please, you need to. And there are some grammar mistakes, so please check them out. Well, I am really worried about some of the words that you included, because you they kind of 5 years old, that's quite difficult. We can change and we can have a word that is closer, maybe eraser or pencil or something, because pencil case, that is going to be a little bit higher, but that is okay. And something that you miss out is the part of the evaluation. I don't know if you are going to include a self-assessment for children. That is important to be included as well. Okay, that's all, ladies. Thank you very much. So next, Jessica, start sharing your screen, please. Jessica is working with Marjorie?
With Judy.
Or with Judy, okay.
Judy.
Okay, Jessica. So, very good.
Yes. So, good morning.
Morning.
Today we prepared a learning guide about food. The title is Let's Talk About Food. One moment, please. I can move this.
Click on there.
Yes, one moment. Too fast. What happened?
Let me see if I can.
It's not working.
Well, okay, let's do something. Try to fix the problem that you can pass it on. And we continue with the group of Laura Suarez. And after she finishes, or the group finishes with the presentation, you continue, okay, Jessica?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so please, Laura Camila.
Hey, teacher.
Okay, Laura Camila, please. Start. Okay, go. Laura Camila, you are working with?
Heidi Rodriguez.
Okay, ladies, go ahead.
Okay, about the learning guide, and the population is the intermediate level B1 students, the university, La Gran Colombia. The learning objective is the students clarify the knowledge of English, and evaluate their level of oral expression. And to improve the interaction in the classroom. About the needs, for the needs analysis, the student needs for the students is talk face to face with the people, because they don't have enough vocabulary, self-confidence for the speak with any situation. The method used is communicative language teaching. Is the approach is the help learning to community more effectively and correctly in realistic situation. The functional the approach is the functional communication. And they emphasize on the spoke language and the reading language.
Mm-hmm.
And the methodology is use the imagine and topics to come interesting so the students feel the confidence and order to encourage the participation in the class. Um,
I'll continue with this part with the activities. So we designed all activities taking into account that the students can speak all the time. So the first activity is consists of tongue twisters. So we divided the session in warming up and development and final task. So the first session is some activities with tongue twisters, tell a story with the ABC, with the alphabet, and the final task in this part is choose a topic that they like it and talk about for 1 minute and make a drawing to support your presentation. So this is the final tag in the first session. And the second activity is something like that with warming up, development. So in this case, the warming up is they have to mention the action about the silhouettes.
Silhouettes.
Silhouettes. And the developing, they have to draw a picture or an activity they have done during a week and speak about that. And the final task is done speaking test that they have to present in the classmate. And this one, Laura.
Okay. Could you please show me the self-assessment part?
Okay, this one. Okay, the self-assessment, it's about each students. They have to complete the chart, taking into account maybe how they present it in the classmate. So they have 5 points, and some there are easy questions. So and that's it. That is the
Okay, ladies, thank you very much. A big hand. Please, now comments on the bank of images and resources. Very good. Okay, please, Angelo, your comments. Angelo? He's not here. So please, Vanessa, your comments about your partner's learning guide.
Hi, teacher. Well, I like that this learning guide has different kind of activities, and the students could develop different skills, I think. And in relation with the self-assessment, well, I like that they have the opportunity like to match 3 different, like never, sometimes, and always. But I think that maybe add more aspects. That's it.
Okay, you would include more aspects. Okay, thank you very much. Good. So please, Juanita, your comments.
I like it, but I think that it needs a little bit more colors, be more colorful. But in fact, I like it. And I like the self assessment. Yes, like simple, but it works.
It works. Okay, good. Okay, ladies. So, well, could you please go to the bottom, to the top? Go to the top, please. Top of the page. Well, my comments. Could you please go to the part of the objective? The learning objective, please. Okay. Okay, over there. Students will clarify their knowledge of English and evaluate the level of oral discussion, the application of our authentic materials to improve interaction in classroom. Is this objective clear? What do you think? It's something that we can evaluate easily? Is something that is attainable and achievable? What do you think? Any person, please. No one? So, in my opinion,
maybe
it is difficult. Will clarify the knowledge. Well, this objective is not clear. A student will clarify their knowledge. What do you mean with this? What kind of knowledge of English? Well, they are at B1 level, so that is difficult to clarify. How are they going to clarify? So this object is not clear. Of oral expressions, remember that knowledge is something that is abstract, or is something that is a big task. In order to be knowledgeable, we have different aspects. It's not just something that we cannot achieve, okay? It's something that we cannot measure. Maybe students will diagnose, or they will evaluate their level of speaking based on this, or that's better. It's something that we can reach. But this learning objective is not clear, so please, you need to change it. Be careful, because you not feel confident, not be confident with. Be confident about this, be confident with. The instructions, well, there are some instructions that are not clear. Maybe check them again and try to clarify. And also, please, well, it would be nice to include a little something more appealing, because okay, it's for plain science. If they are university students, we need to include something more powerful. In general terms, that is okay. Check and continue. Okay, good. Thank you, ladies. Very good. Let's continue. Okay, Jessica, continue, please. Jessica, you're working with Judy. Ladies, go ahead.
Yes. No yet. Learning guide. Share. Okay, to continue, this guide has to be guided by the teacher, and most of the activities are in groups. So they have to talk about food, about their interest, and their eating habits. So to start,
what? Sorry, what is the last part? Pardon me, the word.
About
their interest in terms of food, and I didn't habits. Eating habits.
Eating
okay,
habits,
good.
Yes.
Good.
And we prepared something like PP class. The first part is presentation. The target population are students for first semester at La Gran Colombia University. The level is breakthrough. The age are 16 to 18. The needs students wants to learn more about vocabulary in order to improve their speaking and listening. They prefer finding and interesting activities for them in which they can be more active. The topic is food pyramid vocabulary. Our method is communicative approach and gamification. The general objective is by the end of the class, students will improve speaking and listening skills by means of the pyramid of food vocabulary. And to start, as a warm-up, we have a learning strategy. This is identify terms about the food pyramid in order to understand its order and importance. In this part, they have to put in the pyramid the names of the type of food, for example, vegetables, fruits, cereals, dairy products, vegetables. Yes, they have to place in this park. This is the warm up. The
Continue, please.
The first activity is to expose students. The learning strategy is to expose students to the language in use in order to be engaged both affectively and cognitively in the language experience. In this activity, they have to pick the elements that they usually eat depending to the meals of the day. After, they have to compare the results with their classmates and talk about the difference about their eating habits. In this part is breakfast, some food. In this part is lunch, and this part is dinner. And the second activity, the learning strategy is to discuss about likes and dislikes, taking into account the importance of an adequate nutrition. They have to make a list with some foodstuffs in every food category. After, they have to discuss with their partner, answering the following questions.
They have to discuss the question with their partner.
Yes. And this is a link with more vocabulary. Here they have to do the list after discuss. The third activity in the strategy is to provide the students with opportunities to use the language in a meaningful way in order to have a significant learning. To start, they have to draw their favorite food, and after they have to write the ingredients of this plate. After, speak with their partner about this food. Here they can draw and write. This part is to practice listening in activity 4. In this part, the strategy is stimulating intellectual and emotional involvement in the students through Gazon and comparative learning. In this part, the teacher is going to play Gazon, and students have to be attentive to write a list of food stuff that they had listened to in the song. After, they have to create a small word search, and with that words,
word search.
Yes, and they interchange with their partners. And this is the space to draw or to make the word search. And this is the 5 activity. The learning strategy is to use the vocabulary learned before to develop the activity, remembering the importance of the daily meals and its characteristics.
Okay, Jessica, sorry. Could we go? Sorry. Jessica, could we go to the evaluating
Evaluation.
part? Yes, evaluation.
Yes, is the following part.
Okay.
The this is very slow. The evaluation is so slow. One moment, please. The evaluation is the activity 5. And this is to create a menu. They have to create a menu, and students have to create a menu with a group, and the group that create the best menu with some ingredients that we gave them, and is the winner. It's like a game.
Okay. 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 Thank you very much.
Yes,
very
teacher.
good. Okay. Good. A big hand.
Yuri can't speak because she has the microphone so broken.
It's not working.
Yes.
Good. Okay, thank you, darling. So please, okay, Camilo Castillo, your comments, please.
Okay, well, I have like just two like topics to make it clear. Well, the first one is that in the specific points that the students have to develop, I think it's a little bit complicated to understand for students because there are just words, there are just phrases. Well, I think that it could be improved by maybe adding some images to every point that they are going to develop. And the
Examples?
second one, exactly, thank you. And the second one is that I think it's too long. I mean, it's 18 pages, I think. And most of the pages are just to explain the points that the students are going to develop. So I think it will be a little bit shorter, but no, I think it's good. And the layout, I really like the layout of the.
Okay, darling, good. Camila. Camila, she's not here. Okay, Gabriela. Your comments, please.
Okay, I think that it was pretty good. It was like too beautiful, too pretty, and yes, but okay. I mean, I guess that it should have like just one objective, like a general objective, because it seems like it has like one per activity. Yes, so I don't know. And that's it, I guess.
Okay, thank you. So my comments. Please, Kelly, be ready when I give my comments, okay? Please. Well, I agree in the part with your partners in part that says that it's the information is too spread. Maybe try to not to make it so tight, but there are many pages, and I think that this page is lost. Maybe try to redesign in order to have like more mix, more combined. Second, you mentioned that you are working with the communicative part. That's good, but I think that is there is a huge range of vocabulary. Maybe you can include more activities related to the communicative part, like to highlighting this better. Okay. Be careful because there are some mistakes in terms of grammar in the left, on the left. when you are working with the learning strategies, that is going to be with ing, working or activating students' prior knowledge, or to activate students' prior knowledge, because you wrote all the strategies, but in some of them, the first verb is with ing, and in others, the strategy is with infinitive. So that should be, we need to see the sequence, okay? So if we need gerunds, all that should be with gerunds. If you are talking about the learning strategy, if you're going to work with infinitive, all the guide should have a sequence in this term. Gamification, you told me. Well, I saw just one game. I don't know if you would include another one, but in other terms, it was okay. Yes. Good. Next, please. Okay, to show this before you finish. I miss you all. You know that I miss my classes badly. Kelly, darling, you are working with?
With Laura Viveros and Paola Puentes, teacher.
Okay, ladies, please start. Share your screen. Are you ready, ladies? Paola?
Yes, but I don't know what happened with the... Okay, so we have some problems with the internet, so wait.
Okay. What kind of problems do you have? Well, while you fix the problems, Kelly, Paola, and Laura, let me continue with Ronald. Ronald, ready?
Okay.
Please. Let's try to fix the problem and we continue with the next group. Okay, Ronald, go ahead, please.
Okay. So, Vanessa is sharing the screen. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Okay, we designed this learning guide principally for a private school called Ciudadanos del Futuro. They are from 11th grade. They have an English level from A2. And their age range is from 16 to 17 years old. And the context is from Bosa por Venir. The population needs, in base of the need analysis that we made before, and we apply it to those students, we have discovered that they have some difficulties with the listening skill principally, and comprehension and how to express appropriately. So they don't find a better way to express or to express idea because they don't have enough vocabulary or the no pronunciation to do it. We base this learning guide in cinema because it's a topic that we are working a long time, and then we really like it because we find some very interesting activities to develop, and yeah, it's fun. The methods and approach that we have used are 3 methods, which are total physical response, suggestipedia, and cooperative learning. Okay. The general objective learning of this is at the end of the sessions, students will be able to recognize cinema's vocabulary and reproduce their new knowledge through activities as performances, spot the differences, written scripts, identify specific details of video and audios. The learning objective is recognize and identify new vocabulary through top-down listening activities to improve students' communicative skills through different kind of activities. The number of sessions that we try to use are 2 sessions, 2 hours each one. And the previous knowledge that they could have before this activity are simple tenses, past tenses, future, modal verbs, and vocabulary about diverse things. Yeah. So scroll down, please. In this slide, we start with I don't know, layout about the cinema and That's it. And we start with the warm-up. As you see, all these learning aids are recreated about cinemas and films. So the first activity is this warm-up, that is identifying the difference between both images. As you can see, these images are took by the Marvel page or the Marvel copyright. There are all the logos, and you have to spot the differences. There are a difference in this image. So below this image, there's a table where the students can write the difference they could or they are seeing.
Okay, continue, please.
And the following is activity 1.
Well, the activity 1 is identifying the cinema vocabulary. So the idea is that the students look at the picture, and as you can see, there are some numbers. And in this table, in this table, the student have to write. The student have to write the element if there is missing or the definition according to the number. He will write a note. We'll say this. You have to write the definition or the element in the table if it is missing. The second activity.
Okay, the second activity is a listening activity. Their learning strategy is identifying the speaker, taking into account a listening activity with an audio. This audio is about traveling abroad. They have to listening the 5 airport announcements and identify the speaker principally. And you have 5 speakers, and you have to put in a correct order where they are talking. Okay, so go to the activity number 3.
Well, in the activity number 3, the idea is that the students write their own script at their preferences. So there we put the instructions. So say, hey, now you have to do your own script. To do it, you have to take into account the following rules. We put things like you have 3 characters, just from 10 to 15 sentences. There we put a space where they could write their own script.
Okay, good.
Activity number 4.
Okay, the activity number 4, we have the learning strategy, identifying and applying a specific vocabulary about cinema. Here, the students have to watch a video, and based on it, they have to answer these questions that we have here in pairs.
By pairs, okay.
By pairs, yes. And we have 5 questions that they have to discuss. And finally, they have to apply this with the final activity number 5.
Okay, so the activity 5 is the recreate and act in your own script. And there is a kind of poster, like a movie poster. If you scroll down, please. As you can see, there is a movie poster that is motivating to the students to acting time, yeah? So there is an instruction that they have 30 minutes to act a script from the activity 3 that they have written before, and they have to recreate it. So they have to make the scene and to acting that scene. So there's the instruction, you have 30 minutes and like camera and action.
Okay, let me see the evaluation part, please.
Okay.
Yes, this is the self-assessment. So we have a different section like their learning experience, the learning objective fulfillment, learning strategy, use awareness, how can I overcome shortcomings. The idea is that they put what they promised to make better, and how they think that the worksheet was. There we put some options, and the comments that they cannot
All right, very good. Okay, comments from the audience. So please, let me check it out. Okay, Christian Cuervo, your comments, darling, please. Christian, your comments, darling, please. They left. Kevin, your comments, please. Jesus Christ. So, well, let me see. Tatiana, your comments.
Okay. I read that the learning guide, and in the self-assessment, I read that they have something like a promise, because the students could create on learning strategy, or no, on learning objective, yes. And also I like I think that all the activities are according to the objectives, and no more.
Okay, thank you. La Alejandra Achuri. Daniela Alejandra.
Teacher, wait, I think I have to share my screen for my cell phone because Daniela is not here.
Daniela is not here?
No, because she had troubles with the internet.
Okay, no, about the comment.
Ah, okay. No, Daniela is not here also.
No, that is my goodness. Okay, my comments.
Yes.
So, well, I'm going to fill it. Okay, you mentioned that in your, okay, I really like the material, the learning guide. That is so witty, so creative. I really like the layout. The font, it's okay. My question is the following. You mentioned that that you are working with total physical response, Suggestopedia, and cooperative learning. Is it right? Ronan?
Yes, it's what?
You told me total physical response,
Yes.
Suggestopedia, and cooperative learning.
Yes.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I don't know. Could you please tell me what's Suggestopedia?
Suggestopedia. I think maybe the Suggestopedia we use it in kind of I don't know. How do I say this? Maybe because dale, Cisa.
No. Okay. Maybe because we use videos and audios that can help to our students. So I don't know. Just it's basically for that.
Because of that. Well, I don't know. This is a suggestion, but I think that would be better work with content-based or something like that. Or even though CLIL, or maybe with this content bits could be CLIL or English for specific purposes. I am not sure about Suggestopedia, to be honest. And total physical response, well, that is one activity that they need to. We tend to use total physical response more with children. With others, but that is not something that we work frequently. What about communicative part? What about maybe content-based or CLIL or something like that? I think that it would be better because Suggestopedia, I don't see many activities related to Sudistopia. Okay, good. That's all. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
teacher.
Good. Next person to present is, let me see. Kelly said that she has a problem. Ronan already. Kevin. Not here. Okay, Camila, Kevin. Marjorie is sharing the screen. Okay, guys, go ahead.
Yes, teacher. Marjorie is going to share the screen.
Okay, yes, I see. I see the screen. You can start, guys. Please, go ahead.
Well, okay. The population that we have is student of beginner. We're gonna work with beginner at Centro de Idiomas Universal. And we have the learning objective is to help the students to improve their speaking skill and to understand the English through a performance activity in which students will have to develop the first skills, but it is important that we have to take into account that these activities are going to emphasize in the speaking skills that we have. And so in this case, we have the language skills. We will design different didactic activities based on listening, reading, and writing, but it is important that the speaking skill that it is the skill that in which we're gonna focus on.
Okay.
And then we have the methods, approaches, and methodologies that we're gonna develop in our learning guide, and that is the total physical response and the audiolingual method. And of course, we're gonna develop we're gonna use the direct method and communicative approach in this case.
Okay, continue.
The second language acquisition and materials development principles are provide the learners with opportunities to use the target language to achieve communicative purpose, achieve impact in the sense that they arouse, and sometimes the learner's curiosity and intention, and finally stimulate intellectual, aesthetic, and emotional involvement.
Okay, very good. Okay, guys, let's continue with the material itself. Okay, good.
The activities are the match. So the match with word and the picture. And the second activity is the spider web. So students will create a spider web with words while as they are saying some expression of their daily life. And Chinese whisper. Teacher will give to a student one word about routine, and after that, student have to tell another student until that the word will arrive the last student, and the last student should say the word that she or he understands. So writing and speaking activity.
Yes.
Is in person. One person is going to be the writer. The another one is going to be the speaker. The idea is that one person is going to dictate his or her daily routine, and the other is going to write what he or she listens to.
Okay.
And listen activities about routine. And the reading comprehension and speaking
about Emma's daily routine, and finally the assessment.
Assessment. Let me see the assessment, please.
The teacher will assess the student through a speaking activity. A student will create a video based on the next aspect, record a video telling the activities you do every day and present in the class. Make group of 3 persons. Video maximum 5 minutes per group. Use of the daily routine, verbs, day screening class, good pronunciation of the words. All the persons must speak and appear in the video. Use of fluency, coherence in the sentence.
Yes. Good. Okay, guys, that's all.
Yeah, teacher, that's it.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Good. So, comments from the audience, please, Diana. Your comments, your feedback, please.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, darling.
I think the guide is okay, but I don't know if it's maybe a little longer.
Okay.
And I don't know if maybe with a little more draws or colors or something more attractive for people.
Okay. Thank you. Good. So please, Monica, your comments.
Okay, I agree about the activities. Yes, I think they can. I don't know. Reduce some activities because yes, it's a little bit longer, and the assessment. I don't know if record a video is okay because we don't know if they have like the resources to record a video. Maybe instead of record a video, they can present to their peers their daily routine. Yes, they talk about in front of them about their daily routine. But in general, it's okay. So.
Okay. Well, good. My comments. Well, I'm just going to speak because if I start video, well, internet is not well sometimes. Well, so Marjorie and Kevin, you told me that your population is students from an institute?
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah.
I suppose that is the first level. I agree with your partners in the part that they mentioned that it should be, well, the layout should be a little bit more calming and more attractive and more appealing and eye-catching because that is so plain. Also, please consider the font because in all the material, you are using almost the same font. Try to vary in order to have something more attractive and eye-catching, okay? Maybe for the titles, you can use one. For changing activities, maybe for instructions, you can use another one, Arial Times. For the, I don't know, for examples, a different one, okay? And try to use more colors. Well, I'm not sure about the learning objective. Could you objective? Learning objective. Marjorie, please go to the learning objective. Marjorie. Go to the learning objective, darling, please.
So, learning objective to help the students to improve their speaking skills and understand the English through a performance activity in which the students will have to develop their core skills, but it is important to take into account that these activities will be focused on speaking skills.
Okay, first of all, this objective is too long. When the objective is clear enough, we don't need to include it, but it is important to take into account that these activities will be focused on speaking skill. No, because the learning objective itself should tell me what is the thing that I am going to focus on. Second thing, help the students to improve their speaking skills. Which topic are you working here? The daily routine. The students will be able to talk about their daily routines through a video or something like that, okay? Because a speaking skill or it's something really huge. And here, as I could see, you are working with the routine, yeah? I'm not sure, maybe the sequence is not clear for me because you include speaking, listening, writing, but everything is focused on the same thing. It's focused on daily routines. The big topic here is the daily routine using simple present. I think that is better. You're not fully, your topic in order to foster or to work on a speaking skill is daily routine, okay? So that should be, the objective needs to be changed. And sometimes I think that you need to improve the sequence because for me it's not clear because you are jumping from one part to another part. So try to organize your learning guide better, okay guys? But that's okay, that's really nice. Don't forget to give the grants. For example, you have a reading activity, we need to write or we need to take the link. For example, reading, retrieve, or taken from this website because we need to consider copyright, all the permission. So images as well. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. A big hand.
The reference is the last work, the activity.
Okay. But you didn't show me. Well, but you to the for image for reading, no, please try to include it because in the reading part, I saw that there is a reading activity, but there is no retreat from this website. It's better right below, just for the reading, for here. Okay, here in this part that you are showing, retrieved or taken from, and the website, a British Council or ISL Collective or something, or readingtheory.org. Okay, good. Thank you, darling. Do you have time or do you want to leave? Guys, because that is 10:10. Do you want to continue or we stop now? Because the Angelo is missing, Gabriela is missing, and Camila and Juanita, they are missing. We continue or do you want to stop now? Do you have class or something?
No, we can continue. At least me. I don't know
Yes, okay,
the other people.
Do you want to continue?
Continue.
Yes.
Yes, teacher. Teacher, we're missing two.
Okay, good. So please, let's continue with Angelo.
Yeah, yes, teacher.
Okay, guys, so please share your screen. We are going to go a little bit. Please share.
Teacher,
Sí, manita, mi papi anda en esas.
teacher, wait for Camila that she already left. I'm gonna tell her to connect again to share our document because I don't have the document here because yeah.
Okay, well, please, when I call you again, be ready. So let's continue with Gabriela. Okay, Gabriela, please. Okay, let's go ahead.
All right. I guess Camila
okay,
is sure.
This is okay, Camila and Angelo, you can go.
Okay, okay. Okay, first, we focus on immune system. So our target population, as you can see, is intermediate English level at the university. So please scroll down. Okay. Well, our population needs. So with our focus is on speaking. So the lacks or the needs are confidence, vocabulary, nervous system, and the topic that we related that or related to its immune system with the topic of COVID-19 and that stuff. So continue, please. The method approach is direct method and oral approach or situational language teaching. So basically, those methods are direct method. It's against to grammar translation. So they use the language or their proficiency to speak without translating and trying to speak. And the oral approach it's the same, but it has something particular. They speak in, how to say this, like in real context, I would say. Yeah. Well, here in the screen you can see our learning objective. I don't know, teacher, if you would like to do comments now or we continue. Like,
No, continue. My comments go to the end.
okay. Well, I'm gonna read it. At the end of 3 English classes, students will be able to articulate the input received about immune system in order to speak in different tasks. So continue, scroll down.
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, Camila.
Well, the learning strategy for the first part is identifying the immune system, its responses to viruses, and the diseases it struggles with. So, first is like a definition of what the immune system is, and as a warm up, we have a TED video, which is called "How Does Your Immune System Work?" And then there are like 5 questions for them to answer in pairs or in groups. which are related to human system and the COVID-19, you know. Um, this part is like an information part for them to know the responses of a normal immune system and how the system responds when there is a disease. And then there is the final task, which is evaluate how your immune system is and share your thoughts with your partner. And how can you do in order to boost your immune system, and listen to what your mate says about their immune system and give them some advice to improve it.
Okay.
So Angelo?
Okay. So our learning strategies are green points of view of COVID-19 and the impact with this virus. Well, scroll down a little bit, please. So we have here, well, like an speaking alert, like an activity. So it's basically like this part is like a kind of a sort of activities we have and we create for them to speak. For example, as you can see, the first one, foreign time. Do you agree or disagree that COVID-19 kills people? Yeah. So with these questions, you're gonna like them to speak. Yeah. And I have this part like use details and examples to support explanation. So with
Okay,
this
Angelo,
like
you could show
statement,
me
yep.
evaluation. Sorry, babe. Could you show me evaluation?
The self-assessment?
Or Camila, the assessment?
Yeah, is that we have like a problem with it?
You did it or you
That's
didn't do it?
actually the part that we don't have because, yeah, we didn't do it because we didn't think about it. Just focus on the activities.
Okay. All right, now you know that you need to work on that. Okay, so please, comments from the audience. So please, Laura Enciso, your comments. She's not here. Okay, so please, Ronald, your comments.
Okay, teacher. I see the design of this material.
Ronald, your comments.
Yeah. Oh, you're listening, teacher?
Yes.
Hello. Okay.
Yes, I am listening to you. I can
okay,
hear you.
The design of this material, I think, is really. I won't see this word cute because I really like it. This put effort in it, but I think maybe my partners could check the misspelling of some words that I'm seeing right now. For example, search and yeah, things, minimal things like this. So it could be better. But that the rest, I think is good. It's really nice.
The remaining part is okay for you. Good. So please, banner comment. Okay, my comments. First of all, I really like the design. That is pretty nice. That is really appealing. And there's something that I really like here is the topic, considering we are living this situation today, that would be nice for people to be aware of. So I really like the topic you selected. There are some problems with spelling of some words, so please check fully. here in the part of the crossword, please do not forget, give the grants. Where did you take it? As I mentioned before, or I told the group before. So in the reading or something like that, here you can include, okay, retrieve or taking from this website, okay? We need to, that is not our own material, or is as, or if you create it, maybe to mention where the website or the web page or the for which the evaluation part, the self-assessment is important, and check the objective, okay? So there are some things that maybe are so wide that we need to close, okay? To close down. Well, that is okay. I really like it. Thank you very much. Good job. We continue with Gabriela. Please, Gabriela.
Yes.
And Diana. Thank you, guys. Here. Yeah, Kelly, you can present after Gabriela's group. Stop participant sharing. Good, Gabriela. Diana, go ahead.
Do you see my screen?
Hurry up because I am hungry. Please hurry up because I am hungry. I have not had breakfast at this time.
Me neither. So we have to.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. This is our learning guide. It's about grammar and okay. So.
Okay. Our population are students from a learning center institute from 15 and 16 years old from A1 level. Their population, our population needs is according with the needs analysis. The population requires work in grammar, past and present simple tenses, and get better with vocabulary. The method approach, this activity is based on students' likes and needs, bearing in mind that the use of visuals and didactic resources for learning some grammar topics. And our general objective learning is reforming the grammar, reinforcing, the grammar skill by using present and past simple tense in the activities.
Okay, yes, because reform grammar is
we have to check
it's reinforcing, sorry. It's a mistake.
Okay, and this is the warm up. Yes. So they have to watch a video about Money Heist, and they have to underline the different verbs that they find. It doesn't matter if it is in past or present. Yes, just identify them. And here I start the activity 1.
This is our first activity. So in the first part, they have to complete the sentences with the correct verb. We give them the verbs, and they have to, depending on the image, put the verb. In this case, they have to complete. They have the verb in the sentence, but they have to put in the correct way depending on the character is doing in the image.
Wait. In the third one.
And in this part, they have to watch a short film about a rabbit and his love for carrots. And they have to write some sentence or something about each character, or what are they doing or what they want, or something that represents the character, and of course using the tenses. This is like second activity, or no, but they have to read. There is Alice in Wonderland, and they have to find the tenses, the past and present tenses, and make a difference between them, writing them or underline them.
Here we start the second
Good.
activity. Yes. Here they have to identify the past simple and some verbs. Yes, and some vocabulary, basic vocabulary. So they have to read here, and okay, we put like some keywords can be that are going to use that they are going to use after in some activity. And so here is just read, and here they have to answer some questions according to the test, to the test, to the test, and they have to answer it with like simple sentences. Yes, and then with the vocabulary, they have to match according to the image. Yes, um, and that's it. And at the end, they have to complete the sentence in present simple with a correct verb. Yes, so they have some sentences, and we make a relation of the vocabulary that they see below in order to complete and maybe to have some context. And this is like some keys, some clues. Yes, and that's it.
That's it.
Yes.
We didn't do the evaluation. We forgot.
We forgot. By the way. Teacher, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Sorry. Okay, I am listening to you. Okay, guys, lady. And the evaluation?
We forgot the evaluation.
Please.
We have to do it. Yes.
Yes, you need to. Okay, comments from the audience. So please, Camilo Castillo, tell me. Listen, Camilo, your comments.
Yeah, well, I actually like the layout of the learning guide. It's simple. It's the fact that they use a lot of images is pretty good. I really like it. I mean, the fact that they don't have the evaluation, the assessment. Sorry, but I really like it.
Okay, thank you, baby. So please, Marjorie, your comments. No, she's not here. Okay.
I'm gonna do some comments. Yep.
Me? Yes.
I really like it. It's like it fits, it works like really well. I like the part of past simple, how they have to select the yeah the verbs and that stuff. Well, the verbs not, but some words. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, teacher, I'm having a phone call. Sorry.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so I really like the layout. That is so creative. Could you please go to the learning objective?
Yes, of course.
Well, it says reforming the grammar skill by using reinforcing grammar skill by using present and past simple tense in the activities. Well, this objective is not clear. Here it says reinforcing grammar skill. No, that is you are reinforcing simple past, simple present and simple past by using what? What are you using? A learning guide or different activities. Yeah, you see, because we don't reinforce grammar. We reinforce grammar, but we are centered on certain topic,
on a specific topic, yes.
Exactly. So what your learning guide is about simple present and simple past. So you say reinforce in simple present or review in simple present or to review simple present and simple past by using different activities or grammar activities. Okay, but this is not just about grammar. Okay, that is the thing. Don't forget the assessment. That is really important to involve yourself as that part. And that's all. But I really like it. Okay, ladies, thank you very much. A big hand.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Good. Next, here we have Camilo Castillo. You can share with us, please.
Teacher, I think Kelly's group, they told you to, if they want to share their presentation, the learning guide before. I don't know.
Ah, Kelly. Okay, Kelly, if you want to present, you can go. Okay, ladies, go ahead.
Okay, our learning guide, the name is Let's Talk. So scroll down, please. So we are going to work with A2 and B1 students from Laguna Columbia University, and that we found, what we found was that the main issue they have is speaking. So their communicative skills are like they don't have like good communicative skills. So we are going to work on that part. The topic is daily life situations at a restaurant, at the airport, and shopping for clothes. And we are going to base our learning guide on two principles approaches: communicative learning approach and task-based learning, because remember that the objective of those approaches are the communicative part, so students have to communicate with real language, and the general objective is to improve and reinforce communicative skills by practicing vocabulary in everyday life situations. So scroll down, please. So at first we have like a warm-up. So the learning strategy is learning and recognizing new vocabulary through describing. So students have to like basically like guess the word by describing. So the word or the yeah. The second, well, the first activity is at a restaurant. So students, they have to watch a video. So scroll down, please. They have to watch a video and they have to write down like the common expressions, the characters used to ask for no, the characters used to ask for their food, and then they have to make a role play using the common expressions you can see right there, and the previous one they wrote down. And yeah, scroll down.
So now we create an activity about the airport. So in this activity, it's necessary that the students see this image. So we put two different situations or two different roles. So the students create a groups, and the students can choose one of the roles. For example, the first role is suppose that the student is a tourist and they arrive in Miami, and he can see that their luggage and not arrive. So the question is, what will you do? Find your suitcase. So this is the first role. The second role is suppose that the students work at the airport, and he listen or learn that that a person don't found this luggage. So the question is, what will you do help this person? So in this activity, the students have imagination to create a short um, essay to solve these questions. So then the students can see a short video, about the situation in the airport. So when the students see this video, it's necessary that in groups they create a list of different vocabulary about the video. So then the students create a role play and using those expressions. So
Okay.
next, Kelly.
Hi. Okay.
Oh, you have an echo.
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry,
Kelly, go.
So, oh my God.
There is an echo.
For the last activity.
Okay, it's no problem. I present that part.
Okay,
So,
good.
Okay, this activity is about shopping for clothes. It's a very easy activity that the students create and use to his imagination. Imagination, sorry. So in this part that is necessary that the students see this image. So then in the activity, the students create group of 5 people and choose an style for so the students imagine yes
Imagine.
that they are a fashion designer. So they choose a style of clothing they want to sell to their parents. So when they finish the draw, it's necessary that each group will do a short presentation on the style of clothing they choose and will try to combine the other groups to buy that style of clothing.
Okay, ladies, please, the evaluation. Let me see the assessment.
Here we missed that part.
Okay, good. Thank you, ladies. A big hand. Thank you. Comments from the audience. Comments, voluntarily. Who wants to give comments, please?
I really like the role play activity because it's like a problematic situation and you have to be in both parts. I think it's interesting.
Good, thank you. Who else? Comment from the audience? Voluntarily.
Okay, it's a beautiful material. It is eye-catching, and I like the part of the expressions because it really helps to the students, and also like the last part of the choosing the clothes and all of those things. That's so creative, and I really like it.
Good. All right, ladies. Well, I totally or I absolutely agree with your classmates. That is really nice. That is well organized. I really like it. Could you please go to the first part that is at the restaurant? Let me see. To improve on the situation. Scroll down, please. Well, well, I thought that you didn't include that you hadn't included part of vocabulary, but I can see it clearly. In general terms, that is okay. I really like it. Good job. Excellent job. Just don't forget the self-assessment and check grammar because there are some grammar mistakes that you need to check, okay? Okay, ladies, thank you very much. Next. Who's next? We are about to finish, don't worry.
Yes, teacher. With teacher, I think.
Okay, Camilo.
So.
Go. We have Camilo, Juanita, we finish. Wow.
No, teacher Tatiana. No,
Yeah,
Juanita.
No. We have Camilos and Juanitas, and we finished.
No,
No,
Tatiana,
teacher.
teacher. Okay.
And
I listen. Sorry, teacher.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, Camilo.
for me, saying
And Tatiana, go, please.
Okay, so here's our learning guide. Our target population is A2 B1 students from a public school, non-bilingual. Is most focused on 11th grade students from 15 to 17 years old. So according to the needs analysis, the students want to, and they think that they need to develop more speaking skill. And according to the needs analysis, they are more, they are visual learners. So comics, images.
Good.
The topic is family and friends, applied vocabulary. So it's not just the simple vocabulary of family, friends, but also is to apply those vocabularies according to the previous knowledge that they have. So the general objective is to improve speaking and writing skills by using contextualized and applied vocabulary about family and friends, well, in the lower graders of the institution.
Okay,
so this guide is made for be developed into sessions, and here we have the previous knowledge for these activities: simple present, simple past, future, present continuous, activities, likes and dislikes, and comparative and superlative.
Okay.
Okay, the warm-up is called Hey Family. Each activity has a specific learning strategy. You can see the learning strategy. And each activity is divided by stages. In the warm-up, the students have to complete the family tree. And here they have a note. The note is a concept that is sibling, and after they have to share their family tree. That is the warm-up, and each activity has a part called Time to Remember. That is a vocabulary in both with some concepts that they already use. Activity 1, that is called Describing My Family. It has a learning strategy. 2, here they have to make groups, and they will find a family image. Each family has a description. The idea is that they choose one image that they think is similar to their family. And scroll down, please. They have to write a short description of their family, and finally they have to share their description with their partners. It's a space to talk, and also has time to remember. Activity 2 is called There Are Lies They Have. Also has a learning strategy. You can see it. And they have to make groups and they have to describe one person from their family. They should take into account this information, personality, age, and they could take into account those questions: what does he or she look like, or what is he or she like? And finally, they have to personificate. Okay.
Yes.
They have to personificate the
personificate. What is personificate?
It's like acting, or yes, like acting. The therapeutic is called enjoying.
Could you please show me the assessment part?
Yes, teacher.
Please show me the assessment part.
Camila is going to explain.
Evaluation.
So here in the assessment part, we have the acting. We divide it in two steps. First step is that students make groups by 3 or 4 people in order to make a performance. So it is up to students. They have to use different materials, and they have to represent one of these kind of families. So it's the type of the family, and now is the concept of the family in a simple way. So the fun activity is that they have to create a video, like a representation, and obviously speaking as much as possible, and we'll upload it to YouTube or bring it in a CD or a USB if there is, or if the students are going to develop it in the classroom. And finally, we have a co-evaluation rubric with 5 topics for possibilities of, let's say, qualificates. So it's not quantitative, but this co-evaluation rubric is more qualitative.
All right. Good, guys. So thank you very much. A big hand. Comments from the